Again, just to recap, we're going to do some abstract florals and we're going to try to get the look of mixed media, but only using watercolor. So that's our challenge today. All right. So today I'll be painting kind of from a vision in my head. I have this vision of something I wanted to create, and I don't have a photo reference, so I thought I would kind of use some fake flowers to give you an idea of what I'm thinking. And I was thinking of something like this, kind of a beautiful cascade uh, and some squiggles. Maybe I'll have some coming down. Did this, which is awesome. I took those custom colors and I made myself a swatch book using the Etcher accordion. And I think it's a great tool because look at, I can go through and try and find the inspiration colors. So I have this cool color. Um, I have a nice Prussian green inspired color. So I already have my bronzite. So I'm using, where is it? This color. This is one color that I'll be using today. So I'm looking for something that'll look pretty with that as a background. What about one of these? One of them is Payne's Gray. No, sorry. One of them is Phthalo Turquoise, Prussian Green, and Lunar Blue. So I think this one watered out would be really exciting because those three different pigments would kind of maybe make some magic. So yeah, I'm going to go with this Phthalo Turquoise, Prussian Green, and Lunar Blue mix and this Bronzite Rose of Ultramarine mix together. I think those would look really pretty, especially in like a tea consistency, watered down background. And do some expressive mark making. Some of this will get lost when I wet things, but I think it'll be fun. Just little marks from my imagination. I'm just going with the direction that I have with my arc. The way that you're kind of setting a rhythm for your painting. You are kind of just setting that rhythm and you're loosening up well before the painting portion starts. Maybe this will remain when I'm done, or maybe it'll disappear into the background and just add to the color. But it's an artistic adventure, right? Into it and create some more mark making. There we go. And then I'm going to take my flat, my large flat, and begin to wet things. So see that Peerless reactivates, but it is leaving some of the marks. Maybe that'll help make it look like ink. It'd be really cool if it did. And it's just toning the paper for me. Get all the sediment, all the color. Because remember, it's more than one pigment. We want to have some of that exciting separation. Separation, granulation. Let's put a lot up here. I want this to be a calm background, not real loud. Just gonna put a little spray of it in there to even enhance those colors, granulation even more. And now I'll start to run it off the paper. Now while it's wet and mingling, I'm gonna take those sticks now. I had the Quin burnt orange. It's been sitting in water and activating. Now this is gonna be obnoxious, but I want this to look like a mixed media when I'm all done, so I'm okay with that. See, it leaves thick amount of pigment on the paper. And again, I can drag it and get all those thicker bits. And my hope is that this will, let us not forget that we did that really, really thick mix of the Mars Yellow to try and imitate splatters of acrylics. I'm gonna go ahead and do this at this point too. Just put them in and hope that they don't spread out and turn the whole painting into yellow, but that it'll dry in a way that imitates some acrylic. Just gonna put a little bit for now and just kind of get a feel for how it looks. A little suggestion of flowers. Key is adding value. Sorry, I reserved this one because I wanted to use this shape to create little ghost petals on the flowers. Little lifts, just kind of shaping up my flowers just a little bit. So let me know in the chat if you think we solved it as far as did we get a mixed media fill without while only using the watercolor. Do you guys feel that this looks a bit mixed media? Also do a couple little leaves here and there, just little peekaboos. So here is our final painting. Try and hold it up so you could see the exciting textures and interesting mark making, lifting, wet on wet, pouring. I mean, we really got all the tools out of the toolkit to create this. But I think I did answer that you can use the Daniel Smith sticks as a form of mark making by just kind of pre-wetting them. Really neat. The colors seem really pretty. Let's see in the comments. I enjoyed seeing the progression. I don't think you would immediately assume it's all watercolor. Thank you, Buffy. Great workshop and beautiful work. Thank you. Yeah, super happy, fun adventure, artistic adventure that we had together. I look forward to next month already. Have a great week.